All right. All right, bros. I'm here. Somehow. I'm just a smidge bit late. My model died again. Son of a bitch. There we go, now it's working. Alright, boys and girls.
We are already on the fucking part of bow. This is where...
This is where we're gonna get some spicy stuff. Because I heard a lot of stuff about the bow part of this doc. I genuinely did. It's, nobody, I don't think anybody looks here good, but I think Sinder didn't look the best from what people have told me. Mostly I asked people who were not biased to either or. Surprise, I know people who actually don't give a shit about any of these people. And have read the doc. I asked them what to expect without telling me what it is. There's a lot of stuff. Also, I want to say about now that I have digested the nano segments in my brain, and I want to clarify a little bit this. Well, actually not clarify, say this, now I digest it. A lot of people really have different interpretations of exclusivity. And this exclusivity that Nano had with Red evolved over a lot of the times. And Nano, while did say she wants to be exclusive to Sinder, technically she wasn't the first one to brought it up in general, or push it, to be precise. Red did it in, I think, January 23, then April 23. In January it was Spiked, April was Silverveil. Then later on he pushed more to block Silverveil with Cinder's approval. That is not exclusivity. Now, and also that is somewhat manipulation, even though Nano at the point was still iffy, but showing signs that she willingly would do that. I'm firmly believing that it is some sort of manipulation. It was like you're constantly pushing that. You first said your grievances, you paint the other person as evil, as the enemy, and then you constantly like try to like push the narrative of excluding specifically them. Now you could have an issue with that. However, we have to look at the other side. It's still Nano's also friend. Not only that, you're the one who's pushing it, and it's and with people. And now that since I have had a couple of court hearings now, and asked about with the judge as well, you'll be surprised how many people in law learn psychology, because we have to learn people. Essentially, we interact with people the most, and we see all of the aspects of a human, good and bad. Now I didn't say this was Vtuber drama and shit like that. I asked her specifically about exclusivity and over that time, and it is somewhat... It's not fully torturous interference, but it could be perceived as that. It is still screwing someone over in the early stage, specifically in 23 early stages, and that will stick in their minds. And that will make them more open as time goes by, as the situation and statuses of people change. We have a lot of people are not taking into account of Silvervale's situation in 23, because that's when the Hogwarts Legacy issue happened. You know, that's when it happened. Around February, yeah, my I remember my birthday. Silvervale made that stream about crying when she cried about getting harassed in Hogwarts. It was my birthday, so I vividly remember it. And also Vshoujo, and now what we know of Vshoujo, what they did to her. I let it like sit in my brain for a little bit. I genuinely let it sit in my brain for a little bit. Also, tomorrow we're not covering this dog because I want to take a little break from it. Then I'm gonna do it either Wednesday or don't say H word, the wizard game. Those people can suck my nuts. Those people can suck my testicles. Like, they tried to cancel me during that time where I dared to actually like show somebody actually being schizo and a death threat, because apparently no one actually shown a death threat directed to Silvervale, even if there were. I've seen multiples of them. I just shown one that was actually schizophrenic. And it blew up. It genuinely fucking blew up. I think that was my... Yeah, it was my first ever viral tweet. Thankfully, it got supplanted by my D&D Baldur's Gate Bard meme, which is finally something I can be proud of. My most viral tweet is a fucking meme. But back to it. Like, with Nano is kind of like with Silver, and also there's also the fact how everything changed in there. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it for the Silver segment with how she interacted with Sinder a lot. Stuff where the auto ban. I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a Twitch feature. It happened to me. I tested it out on my Twitch channel. It's happened as well. I didn't ban the word trans. It actually like just deleted it. You have to specifically write trans. It changed after that, but if you wrote just singularly trans or specific like key phrases with it, it would just be gone. Like Twitch's own auto mod. Like, not the... and people were trying to do it like, oh, she did it on purpose. No. That person who started that shit also tried to slander me. But it didn't fucking work. Like, they were calling me a transphobe and stuff like that without any proof. And here's the funny part. I was in the middle of my Trevor Project stream when marathon, sorry, when that happened. Suffice to say, nobody believed them. Your student gets shit for it. Yeah, I know. It was, yeah, she very much was shat on, but that also we have to keep in mind as well when we get to her segment and her interactions with Sinder. A lot of people so far did not take that into account. I don't think even Evanito took that into account. I don't think anyone who got to that part never took that account. I've never seen anyone actually who reads the doc or read the doc has ever taken that into account. Because Sinder was also, during that time, pushing for a collab. You know? Like, I've read some parts of the Silvervale doc, and the problem here was that with Cinder's business mindset and her very much pushing for collabs, it was really coming off to me and I've remembered this, it came off to me like she was also trying to leech again. That's where my mentality of where Silver thought she was trying to leech off her. Okay. There we go, my coffee. But we'll get to that when we get to Silver. Let's just finish with Nano. I genuinely believe Silver and Red tried to manipulate Nano regarding Silver. And it eventually did. Like, Nano still made the choice at the end. She rejected and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they heavily influenced their decision. We cannot say what would have happened if they didn't do that. Because we can't. We see Nano has a pattern of flip-flopping. But would have that specifically thing with Silverveil happened or not? Because she at the end retracted the promise regarding her, but still fucked over Bao and Cottontail. You know? So and with me, with that specific parts, because some people think that I'm wrong about this. Specifically when I said Silver pulled the trigger, but the bullet missed. And I do genuinely, after it's settling down, I still think it fundamentally missed. Because Sinder has a very big, how do I say this, interest to not say that. Because she's trying to still prepare her image a little bit. But you cannot tell me when Red was trying to pull that shit, and you're saying you agreed with him. By the way, she never said that Red never told her what he was talking about Silverveil. Unlike with Bao and Cotton, where she vehemently said, "I did not know, I did not know." She never did that. I now realize that little pattern. And for all who are saying, well, you're trying to speculate about something she didn't say, in court, and now I'm on a fucking I'm on a defamation quote unquote case, because now it's illegal. Actually, no, defamation is no longer a crime here. However, insults, a grave insult that leads to material damages, like financial damages, and honor, is still a crime. And in this case, in these types of situations, I mean in defamation as well, but in these types of cases, it's also important to say what was not said. Because humans are very complex. No human is that much obvious. You know, especially when there's trying to screw someone over. They're not gonna be obvious. They're gonna withhold some stuff to say. So we have to see what was shown, what was said, and also what the people who are explaining about are not saying, but we can clearly see it. You know? Like, for instance, with Nano. When she released the dog back in April. She was saying some stuff, but she's conveniently, like, not talking about the order, or did not fully explain how she was overworked, how she was mistreated. She just shared a screenshot, said a little thing, and that's it. She has said barely little in her doc, you know? Can I ask where you're from? Serbia. No, it's not a thing. It's not a crime. It's still a tort. You're still gonna go to civic court in Serbia regarding regarding defamation. It's just no longer a crime, apparently. You can still sue someone for defamation, but you're gonna go to civil court, which is much harder than criminal court, because in criminal court you just need to prove you were defamed. In civic court, which treats defamation as a tort, and now in Serbia, for some reason, me and the judge agree that it's bullshit, that it's no longer a crime, where you have to prove not only you were defamed, that they lied, but also damages, which is a lot harder to prove. Yeah, I'm from Serbia. Like, it's no longer a crime. But before, it was a crime and a tort. Now it's just a tort. It's fucking stupid, in my opinion. I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like, they should bring it back as a crime, because a lot of damage you can do when you're doing defamation. But yeah, also a lot of people, when I'm talking about this, a lot of people think I'm absolving Nano. No, if you all watch my VOD, I've called her a lot of stuff. I yelled what she was saying. I was also at the last parts, I was laughing my ass off because I fully expected her to do this shit, because I have such a low how do I say this? I have so little respect with her. Like, good, you're a great artist, excellent, but as a person, you're a fucking cunt. Like, manipulative, money obsessed, so easy to use, undecisive, unprofessional. I can list a lot of shit about Nano. But I am genuinely gonna be honest. Like, if people are saying that Sinder did not do anything wrong, like nothing wrong regarding how they were trying to exclude silver, bow, cotton, then afterwards, silver, and then red added on bow and cotton. Like what they were trying to do in 2023 and stuff like that. If they think that's not morally wrong, and it teeters to torturous interference. I'm gonna be straight up with you. My opinion, it teeters to the torturous interference. It's highly debatable, but it teeters it to there. On prima facie, you could open a case with it in my country, at least. I don't know if you could in the US. But you could in Serbia, at least on prima facie standards, you could. If people don't agree, fine. I'm gonna explain it a little bit more in my video when I formulate it better. But I'm not gonna be explaining to people who are like a brick wall. Like, I've been online trying to explain some people, they were like brick walls. Numerous people, to be honest, and I'm just not gonna fucking do it anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say my piece. If you can't even remotely see my perspective, I'm sorry, but I'm not even gonna try. Like, I have so much other shit I could do than persuade a brick wall to open up. You know? I just don't know at this point. There are also some people who are trying their best to paint that red is not manipulative. Fuck off. Like, fuck off, no. They were like, also, he's also very toxic, a toxic influence to Sinder, because he's like furthering the business, the unhealthy business perspective of even friendships, to the point where it was obvious that when you were asking for collabs, you were actually not doing it because you think you were they were your friend, or perceived it to be that something was wrong. How Sinder was asking for collabs. Like, something was wrong. Like, you had, if you did not care about any of them, you read what what she wrote, you would like instantly go, something's wrong. But anyhow, that's a little bit of after I digested and after I did not explain it on Twitter a little bit, and I just don't. Yeah, from a management perspective, he's highly. He is also just a dickhead. He's a petty dickhead. And that's just that. Like I said, he's a petty dickhead. He's very toxic as well. Like, he's a toxic person. Like, people should get second chances. I am a big fan of second chances unless you committed something very serious, like for instance pets. I don't think you should ever get a fucking chance. I think you should be in life in prison, and the prisoner should know that you are a pet. Good luck surviving. Like murderers with first degree, I don't think they should ever get a fucking second chance. A shooter fucking kaputted my friend from high school days. It was the second mass shooting in our country's history. I'm never, and sadly because he was hope you find anything to buy in your Sooo Ghost. And I hope it's on sale. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and because he's under 27, he cannot get the life sentence, so he got 20 years. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm never gonna give that cunt a second chance. He got away from a life sentence due to a technicality, which was shoved to us by the European Union, but that's a different story. Like, there are some... This story is full of assholes, some worse than others. Exactly. And I just don't... Like, I'm willing to give some people second chances. As people. With Nano, I'm teetering to no. But let's be fair and let's go with her. With Red, though, as a manager, I won't give... As a manager, so professionally as a manager, I wouldn't give him a second chance. I don't think anybody should hire him as a manager. I don't care if he apologizes to this. If you were a licensed professional manager, you would have permanently lost your license and you wouldn't be able to at all renew it or get an appeal. Like that is something that a professional board would absolutely just can you over it, and you will never be hired as a manager ever again. Okay, like as a person, he should get a second chance to fix himself. What he's shown in the Nanodog, he hasn't changed whatsoever. I think he's apologizing because he got caught and he has to. Like I felt hollowness whenever he said sorry. Anyhow, Bao. Now is also an artist. Her rep isn't much of a problem for a content creator stream. Her rep as an artist is in trouble because she just... I mean, at the end of the day, she just willingly canned Bao and Colin out of nowhere. Well, with Bao, Red was nudging. Colin was completely out of nowhere. Like, if anybody who... actually, the story is not full of arseholes. Cotton is the only fucking innocent person here. Like, I am absolutely gonna say Cotton is the only innocent person here so far. I know I said Spite, and Spite is probably as well. I'm just in case... not fully, like, cementing my opinion on that. But Cottontail is completely innocent, in my opinion. She really got fucking screwed over out of nowhere by Red. Like, Red was the... Like... Red also, like, saw where Nano was thinking of canning Cotton, and he just nudged in the direction. Like, people really think that nudging someone in a direction is not manipulation. Like, it is. Like, you have to take that to account. Like, you can get into a lot of legal trouble for nudging someone who is already thinking of committing something bad. You're technically an accessory. Like, like, a lot of people don't fucking understand that even a slight nudge to make somebody who already thought to commit a crime is that they also would get in trouble. Their sentence would be a little bit less, but they're still gonna they should get in trouble. Like, I don't know why a lot of people are absolving because, oh, but Nano did it. Yeah, but Sinder and Red nudged Nano into fucking canning silver, And Red fully by himself nudged Nano to can Bao and Cotton. Like, like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give every single one their piece of shit. Like, every single one of these people are gonna get their coal in their sock for Christmas. Now, the size of the coal will be different. However, everybody's gonna get a piece of coal. Like, I'm sorry, like, yeah. Bao has always been a great... Let's get to the Bao segment. Also, this is not gonna be a long stream like the last two because I work in the morning, alright? Bao has always been a great friend to me, and I could own up, and I couldn't own up to being a terrible friend to her when I wrote my apology. I've neglected Bao, the same as a lot of other friends of mine, but more than the others in my closest circle. There was so much I couldn't explain my apology about what happened between Red and I over Bao. That's all presented below. This also has... Let's unzoom. Okay, 95 fucking pages. Alright, fucking great. Here we go. Because Red's resentment towards her after he thought she went out of the way to sabotage us at the end of the year, she became a sore topic. My partner's opinion of my friend pressured me to treat her differently to avoid my conflict between us. I never tried to talk to Bao about it because I didn't agree with Red to begin with, and I didn't want to start any drama between us. I was ignorant to the way she felt isolated from me and other friends earlier this year. She was hurting and I didn't do anything about it. I'm so sorry to her for never addressing the problem when I could have. I'm sorry I made her feel unwanted. I knew Bao had a model plan with Nano. She showed it to me at WeebCon in March of last year. I also knew that the model was cancelled in August before she told me and our friends. I was told that Nano chose to cancel Bao's model so she could focus on her own content. I had no reason to ask to read Red's messages myself when this happened. Unprofessional behavior, Sinder. You already could see the signs a little bit, like, oh, Bao's model got cancelled coincidentally when Red was talking to Nano. About Silver. And she already shows she knew that Red had a very, very big vendetta towards Bao. So, I don't know why she couldn't connect the dots here. She's not that bright, apparently. And I'm honestly, I'm glad you're owning up to this, Sinder. But, dude, you're extremely unprofessional. When Bao messaged me and our friends, I felt bad that I already knew about it. I mean, and you could have still said something, like, that's on you. That's on you, girl. I saw how excited she was about the model and I didn't do anything to try to help her. Do you want... I'm gonna theorize that unless you said that in the doc, I don't think she also did not say it because she wanted to not get into drama between her and Red. I think she also, because remember, she had this unhealthy opinion that the less nano models there are, her model is worth more unique and more eyes on her. I think that played a lot big of an influence of her not telling Bao when she knew. Again, you need therapy if that's the case. Like, you already need therapy, Sinder, but fucking hell do you need therapy with that. But I didn't do anything to try to help her. I was under the impression that was what Nana wanted. I mean, there's also the fact that you wanted and it was in your interest for less nano models out there, so you didn't probably... you probably also that influenced you to not say shit. And I've always wanted to be on Nano's side, what she chose to work on. As far as I was aware, Bao didn't have any plans with Nano for a model again after that. I did not know where it was ever replanned or that Red brought Bao up to Nano in their exclusivity deal in January. I did not and do not agree with what he said about Bao to her then. Also, like, this completely like shows to me that a lot of people don't know what exclusivity is, because the problem is that they didn't want a full exclusivity. Exclusivity means that nobody should get hired, but apparently Sinder didn't mind Bao to, even though Nana would be exclusive to Sinder, Bao could have commissioned her. Like a lot of people do not know the exclusivity, and this is like a very divided topic, but the exclusivity that at the end was apparently supposed to be planned was not a full one, and to exclude Silvervale basically only and other unknown people, but people who were approved by Sinder could hire Nana for commissions. Like, that is if it was a complete exclusivity and everyone, I wouldn't bat an eye. But you're being very specific and petty to specific people as well, but you're approving your friends. Legally, that's right, but that is fucking scum. Legally, it's legal-wise, it's legal. It is. However, it is very toxic, very shitty, and not a good look, because that is kind of sabotagey, basically legal sabotage. Like, I cannot endorse that. When you're doing exclusivity, you should even include your friends. I'm sorry, but that's the meaning of an exclusivity deal. Everyone, even if you like someone, even if they're your friend, if you're locking them in an exclusivity deal, that means everyone. But Cinder apparently is showing that she actually would be open to loosening that exclusivity deal. Let me just open my notepad, my bullet points. Jebem te usta. Excellent. There we go. Cinder plan wasn't a full one. She shown intent. She shown that she was open to her friends commissioning Nano, but not everyone else, nor those who she didn't like. Silver. It is legal, but it is still not what people are trying to paint it as. It is, in my opinion, legal sabotage. Very scummy to selectively pick and choose exclusivity. It should encompass everyone, even your friends. And this is a big minus on Red's part. Because he went not just only to screw Cinder's friends, but he went against Cinder's wishes. Like, this is clearly showing to me that Sinder had no intent to exclude Bao in the exclusivity deal with Nano. So at the end of the day, regarding Bao, like, Cinder's completely innocent. Well, actually, not completely innocent. Regarding making that deal, innocent. However, the fact she didn't say shit when she knew is extremely bad. I'm gonna add this now. While she shows remorse for knowing Bao's model got cancelled, she still at the end was a shit friend. I also believe that part of the reason why she didn't tell Bao or help her wasn't just because of Red, but because of her want for Nano to have less models out there to bump the worth of her own model. No way this did not affect her choice. Like, there's no way in hell that Cinder's unhealthy opinion of there being less and less nanoless models out there, because remember, they're treating them like rare Pokemon cards. The rarer they are, the more worth they are, and they're more, and you know, and stuff like that. Like, that opinion in a healthy way, okay, fine, yeah, that makes sense, business-wise makes sense. However, we have now shown that this opinion went way overboard and unhealthily affected her life. And still lingering, like how she's training around the Sylvale parts, I think it's still fucking affecting her. She's not, and because she rehired Red, I mean, I don't care about her making up with him romantically. I don't give a shit. But the fact he got rehired, and he still has a big influence in her choices, who's to say he won't fucking try something again? Like, he's showing completely, and here, like him being, like him hollow apologizing. He already shown he's manipulative. Who's to say he won't try to do something again after the dust settles? Not right now, when he's still in the microscope, but when everybody's guard is lowered? Who's to say he won't try shit again? Like, personally, I wouldn't collab with Sinder. Not just because, well, how she behaves, how she, yeah, her unhealthy tendencies and stuff like that. But also, Red is still there behind the scenes. Who's to say if he doesn't, if for some reason, let's say I never fucking made these streams again, and I got big enough to collab with her, who's to say if he doesn't see an apparent slight, he wouldn't try something behind the scenes? He went rogue against Cinder behind her back. Multiple times. Who's to say he wouldn't do it again? Now that they also made up romantically. Oh, she forgave me. I can actually get away with some shit. Like a lot of fucking scummy men and women as well thought of that. Who's to say that won't happen again? Like, and also like, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. As far as I was aware, I've always been on Nano's side about what she chose to work on. I'm gonna be honest with you. You should not have had that level of friendship with Nano. You're at the end of the day her employer. You had to have some distance with her. Bao was your actual friend when you talked to. You didn't have any business, like you didn't pay her to do something like that. You didn't have a monetary connection as a employer-employee like you and Nano. Bao should have been first. You should have told Nano, because you would have definitely persuaded. I mean, she couldn't have known. This is on Red's part. But when you have known, after you known you canceled, you should have told Nano first, hey, can you not cancel? Can you tell Barrow, sorry, I will actually do your model again? Or afterwards, after some time has passed, because Bao's Bao, she could have went to Nano and say, hey, can you, if Bao asks you to commission her model, can you agree to it this time and don't cancel it for me, please? She could have done that, but she didn't. So that is still something, I get it, but still you could have done that. I don't know if y'all could agree with my take here a little bit. Like I said, this is like an open discussion. You're all free to disagree with me, put your own arguments. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I can change your mind. Or maybe we can't agree to disagree. Like, if it's respectful and not dickish, we can all get along. I'm just gonna now. Agreed, alright? Yeah, like, she could have in total, even after, because she knew on August was cancelled, she could have, like, at 1 month later, September, just say to Nano, on her own will. I would have done that. If, like, with my friends, if that happened, I would have first told my friend that, apologize, and try to rectify that mistake. And I would have told the artist, in this case Nano, to, if they ask for another commission, please don't cancel it again. What you did was unfair. Because at the end of the day, if this was a healthy thing, but sadly this wasn't a healthy thing, Sinder and Nano had an unhealthy codependency. And Red with all of them as well. I would have done that. I would have put my foot down, because at the end of the day, Nano is an artist, but at the end of the day, I am paying you. This is why you don't. That's why you don't mix business and friendship that much, and romantic romance and business together. This is a clear tale and sign. You should not have your friends be your employees, and you should not employ your lovers. Like, even if you weren't aware, Bao would have tried to get another model. There was always a chance she would probably done that. And you could have just said that. And you have, and even if a Nano would screw Bao over again, you have done your due diligence. Your ass is at least safe. You were at least your friend. You were at least there for your friend. You could have also said, never mind, we're friend. Never mind. I did not know it was replanned or that Red brought up Bao to Nano in their exclusivity deal in January. I did not. Okay. Bao was recovering from surgery when she told one of her closest friends, betrayed her. I did not know she was shown or told by Nano or Shylily. Pardon me. Or our other friends involved when she made her decision to make everything public. Okay, this is what I said last stream a little bit. I think Nano specifically has shown Bao. Because remember, Nano eventually did fucking Bao's model. So either Shylily or Nano have, both of them. I think, to be honest, since Nano went to Shylily, and I think Nano has shown how two things to Lily. One, Red asking about Lily, and the other thing about how it was similar to how he was asking about Sinder, and him saying that Sinder and him talked about explaining to Nano what their opinion about Shylily was, and Shylily thought that she was now thinking and planning to do what she was doing to Lily, to Silver, to her. That's my thesis on why Lily acted. And even back then, Lily had some massive fucking problems with Sinder. So I think that's what happened behind the scenes. We will see when I get to the Shylily part of the document, see her side, and see what this was planned. I will further that theory, but it will all depend whether Lily talks about it or not, and probably won't. I don't know. When she made her decision to make everything public, but I believe she was misinformed. I wish she should have talked to me first, but I don't know. I don't hold that against her. I never talked to her when I knew Red had a problem with her and I was neglecting her. So I didn't deserve that courtesy back. But I was encouraged to reveal my relationship with Red in her document, but she didn't. I appreciate her choosing to not say anything about it before I did. Bao was one of the first people who genuinely inspired me to be a VTuber in 2020. I was lucky to become her friend and get to know her. She works extremely hard on everything she does, especially her music. With how much bullshit she's been through, she's one of the strongest people I've met. Bao's the kind of person who will always have her friends' backs. I'm sorry that I didn't do the same for her, and for never being the friend she deserved me to be. I will comment on the list segment and want to see what conclusion you can have, but I'm listening. Yeah, I have some thoughts. However, I am not cementing them, or at least strengthening them in my head until I see everything. Brett, I'm sorry, Bao. Isn't this a fucking hollow apology? You're saying sorry because you got caught, dude. Can I just show how much I hate Red? Not just as a person, but as a fellow man. Like, I genuinely dislike this person. I don't want to be near this cunt. I completely misjudged her character, jumped to conclusions, and made a mistake that not only hurt her with Nano, but continued to hurt her because of my influence on Cinder's actions towards her for months afterwards. Here's the thing, I might be gonna defend a little with Red here. Throughout this doc, yes, Red did a major part, he went rogue and stuff like that. But Cinder was not that much without fault as she's trying to portray herself so far, specifically with Silvervale. I am thinking she made him to be the fall guy now. I'm starting to think that. Like, don't get me wrong, he deserves the fucking shit he's in. But I am really thinking she's making him into a fall guy. The reason why I'm not fully thinking that is two things. One, is because he genuinely did a lot of bad shit compared to Sinder. The amount. The second of all, she took him back in. I wouldn't think that she is I wouldn't think fully that she is making him the fall guy if she didn't like rekindle the relationship, both business and romantical. Or maybe she did. Maybe she used that to say, take the fall and I'll return to you and get you a job and stuff like that. That could be as well. It has happened before in life, in court as well, everything. Like it does happen in real life. And like Red is completely allergic to have a fucking normal 9 to 5, so... Sorry, I was replying to someone. Also, somebody went, oh my god, both sides. Oh, come on, stupid. It's a fucking, it's a Shylily simp. Okay, fair enough. Okay, nah. I want to laugh at this fucker, but I will get canned for, harassment, so I'm not just gonna do it. But man, oh man. I hate the fact that there are people criticizing people who are shitting on both sides. Nobody here is innocent bar Cottontail so far, what I've seen. Like, genuinely nobody. I'm ashamed of the way I felt about someone who's only been a supportive friend to us. I was too mature to look past my personal resentment towards her, to talk to her about the things that made me feel that way in the first place. I went out of the way to get even with someone and take an opportunity away from them who had only hurt us in my own headcanon. I also want to apologize to Bao for reassuring Nano that it was okay to cancel her model late August. you were not only considering Nano's feelings. You were considering your own first. Shut the fuck up. And how it will affect us. Now, Bao, I'm sorry. Below, we've laid out anything Red or I experience or with anything related to Bao that are relevant to everything that's happened. This includes conversations with our mutual video editor, Red's conversations with Nano about Bao's model, our real-life experiences, and the production of Boss Rush Music's video with Scaramore, leading up to what Red told Nano in their exclusivity deal. Okay, we're starting at 30th of September 23. Alright, let me just go to their Twitter really quick, because I have to update the bulletin board, everyone! Alright. Started the Bao segment of the Sinder doc. I'm gonna get a lot of flack about this, but I don't care at this point, genuinely. I have to clarify that Sinder is allowed to do that. However, it is shit. It is scummy and borderline torturous interference. Borderline. You're gonna have to really argue about that. Alright, now let's get back to this. Alright. The first time Red asked her video editor about working with us exclusively was a couple of weeks after we saw that they had worked with Bao. Initially, I took them working with Bao personally when I shouldn't have. I thought it must have been because of my content wasn't good enough, or as good as Bao's in this case. I thought it could be that I wasn't paying them enough, so they were looking for other work. I was upset, but not at her. She was my friend. Red wanted them to have the time to do more for us in general, so he wanted to ask them about being exclusive for that reason. Red also asked how much they'd be looking to be paid exclusively. They turned him down, and it wasn't a problem. We were both satisfied with the responses and accepted their decision. I got over my insecurity, was happy they were supporting my friend with her content. it was only over our shared video editor that I ever saw Bao as any kind of competition, but it didn't affect how I treated her. The apology initially, yeah, they were upset, and she did take it personally. She thought she wasn't good enough, wasn't paying him. She accepted it. So basically, rehashing what she said in the apology. And this is confirming. Okay, why are you censoring Scaramoure's? We know it's Scaramore. What the fuck are you talking? What are you doing, dude? Fair enough. It's more of a pet peeve of mine than anything else. It's not actually like a concrete critique, but yeah. Why hide someone's Discord when you mention them by name? It doesn't make sense. Okay, real talk. How much work would we need to give you? Or how much monthly in income, income, in order to make you you to make enough from us to be our exclusive editor? And is that something you'd be interested in? Sorry for taking the response. I'm just thinking. Dude, I've been typing for like an hour. I'm low-key having a panic. Okay, okay. He's fully being unprofessional even here. My brain is gonna have an aneurysm with the unprofessionalness of Red. Red, this is stressful. Sorry to think about it. As much as I like editing for you, I do think I want to be entirely exclusive because I do like working with other people too. I already do prioritize you guys when it comes to accepting other commissions since they are selective. So if you guys want me to take on more Tashi and Sinder work, you will be the priority. Also, I wanted to ask if I could charge the normal $20 for shorts now instead of the discounted 8% like we did October last year. Okay, fair enough. So he's just wanting more money, which he honestly can ask. It's in his actual right. And Sinder in this point was making enough money to be $20 for shorts. Red asked about Nano about her current projects often like he could. Okay, this was in the Nano doc. This was in the Nano doc. We already know. So let's like skim that. We already saw that. We already saw this. My oof reaction to this screenshot was due to the number of projects she had on her to-do list, not about who's on it. This was the first time I had seen Nano working with Bao for a model. Okay, again, this was right there in Nano doc, so let's skip it. Sure, is dash cheap if you ask me. It is. I mean, remember, this was 23. Sinder was blowing up, but not that much yet. But still dirt cheap compared to how she probably how much money was. I would probably charge that because I mean, I don't know if it's $20 per hour or $20 per short. So I can't contemplate, but I would take that money because 20 euros or $20 here in Serbia is a lot. That's actually like a couple days worth of food. At least 2 days worth of food. So yeah. I was asking questions about Bao's design here, finding out compatible Boss Rush theme, like a lore outfit. Boss Rush was only an idea between me and Sinder. Okay, he repeats this thing because this was in the Nano doc. So let's skip it. Oh, the fucking bluebird. I already know that was in the fucking Nano doc again. I mean, you clear up more work with us. Wouldn't stop you. I'm thinking cleaning the most later on. After Nano said she was rethinking her waitlist, I said I wouldn't stop her if she wanted to make more time for us. She responded saying that she was thinking about getting rid of the later ones. I thought Nano should keep Bao on her list because she was Cinder's friend, but I didn't want to take a solid chance on it if Nana was thinking about removing her herself. Yeah, alright, so you admit you were trying to skew it. Fair enough. That just botches your little saying, oh, I wasn't manipulating her. Fuck off, Red. Nano said here she really wanted to work with Bao. And I know. Nano told me Bao model planned with Jude. Nano asked, again, this is something that was shown already. Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide this little fucker right here. Since it is my little post. I reply and block. Eat shit. Wanna be Jeffrey Bezos. Where is it? There we go. Nano asked Red about Bao's timeline. By the way, since you got plans, what do you think will be best for me to have Bao's model done sooner or around June? I really don't know at the moment. We're working on the winter model right now and finishing the gamer subs art. The next thing might be WeebCon thing if we get ready for it. Then we gotta talk to gamer subs about Sinder next product launch. So there's plans right now. Then Sinder want to do a 2.0 pirate bikini model offer for summer, and I don't know when's the best start. And 2.0 updates. Then the game project, which was still in the idea phase. So I can give you any work. Can't give you any work right now. Maybe having it done sooner or whatever happens. I will later open. Nano asked me when she should have her model done. I know where this is. She should cancel it. Nano suggested she might get it done sooner or later. Alright, but you were still, like you said, you still wanted to try something. You better read it, otherwise you didn't read the whole Mr. Important. I have a fucking almost 9-hour VOD of this, reading and showing that I read this the same fucking thing. They can eat my ass. WeebCon 24. 29th of March, 31st of March. At WeebCon is where Bao showed us the new model design Nano was working on. Wow, we're skipping a lot of months now. 15th of June. No, July, sorry. To 19th of July. Bao message read about doing a cover of She-Wolf with me for Halloween, her Halloween cover album. This was the first and only time she went to Red in her DMs to plan something with me. She first told Red this song would be a duet. Then she did it a triple because I think she did it also with Tricky? I think it was Tricky or Vienna, one of the two. I have a question. Is Sinder familiar with singing in Japanese? No. Noted. She could definitely try, but I mean, I wouldn't bank on working. Nah, it's all good. For Halloween, I'm singing a cover album. I was asking to see who wanted to be a part of it. Would Sinder be down to singing a duet with She-Wolf with me? She's streaming, but I'll ask her. By Shakira, okay, word. I'd be super flexible. We could change the keys. She doesn't have to sing any lines that she doesn't feel confident in. She messaged Red again later, now telling him that, okay, Numi was involved. Okay, fair enough. I missed the part, the two people. Right. Red asked me about this, and he told Bao that I was I was down to do it. I also said that she could have just messaged me about this, and I don't know why she didn't. Red asked her to clarify, maybe because you were fucking streaming at that time, but fair enough. I'll clarify if it would just be the two of us, she said, or the three of us now, but Bao never responded. But yeah, no rushing. Actually, JK, the producer, said he can take my commission right now, Lamau. You mind asking Sinder if she's down sometime? If not, let me know. I can let Numi know. It will be just us two. I think she's down. She said you could have just messaged her. Is the song just you and her, or is Numi doing it too? From what your last message said, lol, is Numi doing a different song with you? I know it's super early, but you do you have a release date in mind? Since it'll be for Halloween. Are we doing any kind of music video, promo art, or there will be just a song? 3 days later, Bao messaged me to add into our project server for the song. This was the first thing she said to me about it. Red never told me Bao said anything about Numi's inclusion in 3 days since, and only told me it'd be a duet when talking it to me about it. Numi was being included wasn't a problem at all, and the three of us did the cover together. Okay, Red, you're once again being a professional to your own girlfriend, dude. Like, seriously. Come in. We plan She-Wolf in here. It's just you, me, and Numi. Wait, I thought it was gonna be two of us. Maybe Red didn't tell me anything, bruh. Yeah, it's you, me, and Numi. I told Red that if you don't want to do it, I can just... oh, you told me you said it'll be a duet. I was just confused. Bao's model cancellation. These are Red's DMs with... Oh yeah, you were laughing what I just said about Red. Yeah, and she rehires him as a manager. Or rehires him in general in any professional sense. Sorry. Just be the boyfriend that advises you. You don't have to give him a paying job. Red asked Nano if she knew when Bao's model was going to debut so we could plan our schedule around it. Like we've done in the past with other people she worked with. It was the end of July and he thought her model was already finished. Last time Nana had mentioned it to him, it was in November. She told him she planned to have it done in June. We saw the design at WeebCon. Again, showing Nano... Okay, this was the 3.0 thing, so already we can skip that. Like, already, this is a segment of my viral fucking tweet right now, so... Like, nobody can say I did not read this. I already know what's in this fucking thing. Like, I've read it fucking yesterday. Or 2 days ago, even. I can't even remember when I read it. I know I read it, though. I know the contents in this. Hold up. Let me just recalibrate the model real quick. There we go. Once again, 3.0 and nobody fucking noticed the thing I noticed or talked about. Maybe they did, but they didn't talk about it, just skimmed over it. SMH, you fucking bastards. You had 2 chances, I took it. Fuck you. Cinder's Angel model was booked for October. I was also excited for what I thought was a model she was making for someone else. There we go. No, not for blank. Nada could give me an update PNGs. Okay, I don't think I read that. Okay, I'm on. Okay, yeah, no, I saw that. Yep, this was also in the Nano doc. But I guess I would Nano segment. But I guess I want to move with my own brand. Well, with Sinder till she dumps me. Nana told me she didn't want to take anyone from her public commission form, so she could do more streaming herself. She's saying she wants to move on with her own brand. Okay, that's the same fucking thing. Don't play with my emotions. Then the fucking Don Carlo Esposito. Again, this yeah, we already saw that. I canceled my next models. I didn't feel already so committed to them. Yeah, all of this was fucking shown in the Nano segment. Like, I genuinely am not gonna read this again. I spent way too much time, like 2 hours or an hour and a half at least, reading and analyzing all these same screenshots. My opinions about them are in the last VOD, so I don't even want to fucking do it again. Because I also don't, this also, like, because of work and stuff like that, I kind of am now limited to time and, like, the weekend when we started these analyzations. Nano brings up the idea of canceling models first after expressing she wanted to do her own thing and that she honestly would. Like, I have to fucking prepare a warrant, to write a warrant tomorrow for a Chomo, to arrest a Chomo. Like, seriously, lads, you have to give me a benefit, especially if it's benefit, specifically since I already talked about this yesterday. Nano brings up the idea of canceling models first after expressing, we already discussed this, you already copy-pasted the same fucking thing, Red. Didn't start bow yet, basically. Sorry, a nail got broken, got chipped. I asked about Bao being one of the finished models that haven't debuted yet because I was under the impression that Bao was already done. Now Nano told me that her model wasn't even started. Me saying to her that we'll find a new mama for being busy was a joke, like earlier in the conversation when I joked about firing her. Yeah, canceling, like, like, I don't know. Red, you admit you say you were not against Nano canceling, so you were like saying the first part, I'm not telling you to cancel our model, but it sounds like that would be the best thing for you. Like, come on, this how does he has the balls to say that he isn't trying to manipulate the situation here? Because if you weren't, you would have just cut out the from but. Like, the but, it sounds like what you best done for you. He should have just cut that out, said that, and he could have easily said, well, I didn't want to manipulate Nano, she did it all herself. Like, fuck off. Out of nowhere, Nano asked me, do you think Bao will kill me if I cancel her? She was already considering canceling on her own. There's a huge difference from how she felt about Bao's model last November. I told Nano I thought she would do what was best for her, that less model work she would do she wanted to do sooner and will help her streaming. From my experience with Bao, I thought she could be whiny and pushy when things didn't go her way, so I thought she'd complain and guilt trip Nano. I was being honest with my friend about another friend. You should not have been friends. That's the issue, right, as well. But you're using your friendship as a shield. Like, this is clear fucking manipulation right here. Like, this little thing. If it wasn't manipulation, you would have just said this. Like, this is a mix of higher unprofessionalism where you should not have been her friend. You should have stayed, and you're also your boyfriend to Sinder. Bao is your friend, your girlfriend's friend. You should have just stuck with her wishes, which was your employer. Before then, you're also gotten chewed out for trying to do shit to Bao. So, again, this is no excuse. You should have just, I'm not telling you to cancel her model. I never asked, you never asked, but you fucking nudged it. Shut the fuck up. Or any other model. Nano told me she was already thinking about it, plus canceling another VTuber's model. So this wasn't just Bao. Yeah, Cotton. He's like deliberately not mentioning Cotton here. What an idiot. Who coincidentally also is somebody who you had beef with, Red. Coincidentally, you're not naming them. Come on, Matt. Come on. Like, be a fucking man, a grown-ass man, with your balls being fucking dropped. Anyhow, wait, hold up. I got a fucking ding. Ding ding ding. She told me Bao's model hadn't even started either. And I assumed that all that was done must have been the design. I was closer to Bao than Nano than I was to Bao, so I was supporting Nano. You should not have been like that. So I was supporting Nano for what she wanted to do over telling her to keep any projects was already considering canceling. None of this context was shown in Nano and Bao's documents. Which is true. I'll give you credit for that, Brett. Yeah, like I said, even though I dislike this person's guts, I am gonna give him credit. Was it supposed to be further in the future and then sooner? No, I see. Well, the angel... Okay, I've seen this fucking thing already. Fucking hell! Why are they recycling the same shit? You could have just fucking linked the fucking picture, but fair enough. I mean, I've read this, so I don't want to fucking do it again. Like, there's a VOD, me reading this, analyzing, talking about it. It's like I've talked about the Bao segment already, as well. Fucking hell. Let's see. 4th of August. Red asked Nano if she decided to cancel any model project. Also, if people are being telling me I'm being harsh on Red, I will politely disagree with you. I'm actually being I think I'm being appropriate to. I think he's a manipulator. Even though if you're thinking is a strong word, I've seen many manipulators in life and now professionally as well. I've seen manipulators. He's acting the same way. I've seen that pattern. I'm seeing that here. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't shake the feeling. Like, he's constantly opening and admitting it that he's not gonna stop Nano for that, and he's clearly in the screenshots nudging towards that. That is manipulation. Red asked Nano if she decided to cancel any model projects like they had talked about before. He did not name anyone. Yeah, didn't cancel anything yet. Okay, so what? Here's the thing, though. Where's the dates? Yeah. This was like a couple of days after this. Of course he wouldn't name them. Of course he wouldn't name them. It's still fresh in their mind. The reason why I follow up and asked Nano if she canceled anything was because possibility affect our project schedule with her. Nano says she didn't cancel anything yet. Did not tell me she did not decided not, or yes. And it's telling he had no problems with it. Yeah, people really don't understand there are 2 degrees of intent. Direct and eventual intent. You wanted, he basically was trying to skew so that Nano would get less and less model commissions. Alright? And him seeing that Bao was possibly a target for that, he accepted the chance that this would have happened. And he kind of nudged into it. It's like a bank robber when he wants to rob a bank, and if he has to shoot a guard with his gun and kaput him, he will accept it, even though he didn't plan that initially. Just like with so basically he wanted to already skew some stuff, and he saw that the situation where he could have screwed Bao over, who had a vendetta. So he was like, okay, if I get the chance to it, I'm not gonna stop it. That is intent. That is intent. That is manipulation as well. Like, I'm sorry, but that's the case. Just like how Sinder and Red did it with Silver. Like, I'm sorry, but this is why a lot of you are that. I mean, a lot of you are laymen, so you don't know this, but this is 2nd degree intent. Like, there are 2, like, 1st degree and 2nd degree intent. There's also 1st and 2nd degree neglect. Like, there are 4 degrees split into 2: direct intent and neglect. Yeah, like, he's I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna write this thing. Red had 2nd degree. Okay, I'm gonna just check how it's said in English. Stepen umi shla. Yeah. Eventualnie umi shla. Okay, na engelsk. On English. The possible intent. No. Dolus eventualis, yeah. Had Dolus eventualis. AKA let me just say dolus eventualis, meaning aka he foresaw the chance for Nano to cancel Bao's model, and with his already existing beef with her, decided and it admitted that he wouldn't stop that in his actions to keep Nano to themselves. This is still a sort of manipulation. This can also be applied to Sinder with her beef with hers and Red's beef with Silver. Furthering my point of them not being that innocent. There we go. Excellent. There we go. I taught you all some law facts as law things. Dolos eventualis. It's the lesser form of guilt. Alright? It's a lesser form of guilt. It's still guilt in the end. It's still intent. Like, you're still gonna get imprisoned. Sure, you might not get the max sentence, but you're gonna get the sentence. You're gonna get it, boy. And you're probably gonna have to fucking accept the fact you're probably gonna share a cell with Diddy. Don't worry, you'll have fun with Diddy. There's no party like a Diddy party, as they say. Even if it's in prison. Okay, I'll stop there. Also, foreseen for e with e, it's with e foreseen. This for me at least is more and more solidifying my opinion. I'm caps locking my, specifically my opinion, in that Sinder isn't that innocent as people are saying regarding how do I say this? Screwing people over. There we go. Oh yes, and it's telling that he had no problem releasing all those screens, confirming that even more he didn't realize. Yeah. Like, he admitted, like, look, he admits that he wouldn't even try to stop it. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? I scrolled a little bit more. I can't even find it. Fuck. But yeah, we already read it. Like, he admitted to that if Nano done that, but he said he wouldn't miss the chance to stop. He said he wouldn't take the chance to, like, stop her from canceling Bao's commission. Like I said, here's the thing. What the Sinder and Red are doing is perfectly legal. It's allowed. However, it's kinda fucking scummy and risky because it could lead to damages. And it's also borderline torturous interference. Borderline. Solely by the fact that it's not illegal. However, it's borderline. Like I said, prima facie. You're gonna have to argue it very well. But, still scummy. It's still shitty, and I genuinely don't want to be near these people. Because then you're gonna screw me over. You know? Like, I have to be also adherent to objective morals, like, and also my personal morals. Because if I don't follow my morals, I'm a hypocrite. And I despise hypocrisy. The only way I'm being a hypocrite is I'm not actually, like, aware I'm being one. You can't actually be accidentally hypocritical when you're, like, it's fully possible. Already seen that shit. Fuck that. Let's see. 4th of April. August 5th of August. Red asked Nano if she decided to cancel any model projects they had about before. He did not name. Okay, we read that. Okay, we were here, yeah. I bumped Nano again about 6 hours, and she said she was replying to her now. Yeah, this was in the doc. Another 20 minutes later, when I said, did you cancel models, it was all caps because previous messages sent and the fact I hadn't heard from her about it. She said she didn't. I said ARC was doing it will be delayed into the future, joking like always. Okay, he already explained this. This was also explained. Like a lot of the shit was already explained. I covered it in the last stream. I'm probably gonna skip. I'm speed reading this just to see if it doesn't. Anyway, I think this. Yeah, again, he's reiterating this. Nano brought up Bao again, saying she's scared to cancel with her. She didn't say she chose not to cancel her projects or that she didn't want to cancel with Bao anymore. Only that she was scared to do it, which explained why she hadn't canceled anything yet. I was not the one to bring up Bao again, and didn't specify we had previously talked about. I reassured Nano about it and told her I thought she would be at least somewhat paid for the design she made and the work she put into it. My thought that Bao could possibly start shit over this was the same as I said before, where I thought she'd complain or guilt trip over it. Nano agreed with me, then she said regretted opening her other model applications in the first place. All the lead up to this conversation was left out of the Nano's and Bao's documents. Like, don't announce no one is getting picked. I changed my mind because everyone got mad. True, it feels like company auditions. Okay, this was already again. I'll start Sinders right now. There we go. 45 minutes later, now it says Angel model. Yeah, alright, I remember that. This was also shown in the Nano doc. Okay, fuck off. Later that night, Red told me Nano was going to cancel Bao's model because she wanted to stream more and later focus on her own Vtubing career. He said we would help her out and that Nano was able to start on my Heaven Hound model early on. I felt bad for Bao because I saw how excited she was about the design she showed us in person. But I was under the impression that this was what Nano wanted. She was my friend too, and I wasn't going to pressure her to do something she didn't want to do. I didn't see Red's messages and only knew what he told me. If I really wanted to not cancel Bao for some malicious reasons and knew I could make her do it for some kind of manipulation, why? Okay, this is the same argument. Fuck off. I already explained this now even before. Like, fuck off. Yesterday I explained it. Even now I explain it. You had fucking dolus eventualis. You openly have said that if Nano would fucking but see, you saw Nano would probably cancel her, so you openly have said you wouldn't do anything. Withholding an action is still an action. Withholding an action you should have done, you've seen it would hurt someone, specifically a friend of yours, Red. Well, it's not just that, Cinder's good friend, Red, and you openly have said that I deliberately won't stop it. I will accept the fact that it happened because I didn't like this person. That's manipulation. It is malicious. It's a malicious reason and it is manipulation. You can quote me on that. I will stand my ground on that. I can't wait to make this video so a lot of people who said I'm fundamentally wrong are gonna at least think about what I'm saying now. I like being brick walls. Right, I read that in the Nano doc. This wasn't for Nano to have more time for us. Instead, to have anything she planned. The only projects had upcoming Nano was Sinder's Angel Model starting. Yeah, I already fucking read that. Read message to Nano following conversation with Bao went. Hey Nano, checking up on arms and the arm stuff. So I told Sinder to just take TNG pages, PNGs to match blank ref sheet for each with each model. If you want more expressions or toggles or poses or something, just let me know. How did you how did talking to Bao go? I'm finishing arms right now. I will talk to Bao right now too. She replied to my post a bit and got a bit I'll wait a bit. If she will hate me forever after this. I don't know if she will hate me forever after this. Also, thank you. She won't hate you forever, just a few days, but she still has the design. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't agree. Y'all have my my opinion about this, man. Nala said she was scared to talk to Bao, so being her friend, I asked how it went. If Bao's design was done and the model wasn't even started, like Nala told me it wasn't, then I don't think it was a problem if Bao could just take the design to other model artists. Hypothetically, I thought there still would be time to hit her planned Valentine's debut window Nano told me about. All this again, I'm here for emotional support sent. The whole situation was wrong of both of us. Nano shouldn't ask me. Shylily bots everything. I don't know, and I can't even remotely fucking agree or disagree, Oscar. I can't even begin to give a shit. Also, like, botting is that. Here's the thing, Oscar. Botting is extremely hard to prove. You're gonna need a lot of evidence. Like botting is has like if you're using a little bit of a scale of a analytics sheet, you might be able to see the botting because botting has this own little specific way where it spikes, then it stays one way and then drops. Alleged. No, I'm not gonna say. I don't say that stuff like that ever again unless you have like actual proof apart from your suspicions. I don't care. Don't ever say that. Specifically while I'm doing this little fucking serious thing. This is a serious situation. We're not gonna fucking throw allegations like that. I don't care. I am putting my foot down. I'm not. I just genuinely dislike that. It's borderline schizo, and already you're already. I'm gonna tell you straight up. You're already acting very sus. Like even before regarding Sylvie Spark, you were acting very, very fucking obsessed more than Sinder does to Silvervale. Like I know I keep tabs on him on a regular, but because I have to fucking pay attention, or else he might try to fucking hurt my friends again. Like the man fucking he nearly has a body count of 2. So no, he's a fucking danger, and I'm glad he got suspended. Even though if it's probably not perma, he deserved that. He should think of that as a wake up call to not abuse his stupid ass fucking how do I say this? Profile. Well, I want to say platform. Yeah. Yo, Spike. We're already like a third of the doc, and it's a lot of the same screenshots that were shown in the nano doc. And since we covered those same screenshots yesterday, it's fine to skip them because I already commented on the bow stuff. There, and it's in the VOD. Anybody can check. And there's also my bullet points. Nice. Yeah. Just checking my DMs and stuff like that. After getting a couple of death threats, even that happened live, not in the chat here, but in my DMs while I was live. Yeah, I have a constant vigil. It was after this when Bao messaged our group chat and our friends saying that Nano dropped her as a client. I feel guilty knowing about this before Bao had told us. I did not know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I was the one who has known to always work with Nano, but if this was her decision, I didn't want to get involved. I should have been a better friend to Bao, at least try to do something for her, but I didn't. Which I have said, so we have an agreement, Sinder. Smart Nana dropped me as a client because her work schedule is too hectic. After I posted my apology, Bao tweeted this. Talking about her mall cancelled last August. It was a standalone tweet, not a reply to my apology, and not quoting it either. I've read this before I even started this whole series, so I already know what's in there. I was aware of that instance of Bao's model was cancelled before she said anything. I haven't claimed anything otherwise anywhere, didn't say anything about it in my apology. I was not aware of Red giving Bao's name to Nano in his exclusivity negotiations. This was what I said regarding the exclusivity deal made between them. I had no part in taking direct negotiations of their eventual agreement, and I had no knowledge about Bao and Cotton being included in this list. She only knew and wanted Silver Rail to be included in this list. Again, which is not exclusivity. Exclusivity means everyone, even your friends or you're friendly to. That is not exclusivity in my opinion. That is something selective. It's a little bit more shit. If it's everyone, still shit, but who gives a shit as well. If you're picking and choosing exclusivity, I'm sorry. That is not exclusivity. That's gatekeeping. It's both are perfectly legal, but one is at least morally justifiable. The second one is sketchy. After Bao posted, I messaged the one friend I could message to her. She had already unfriended me and no direct way to contact her. Red and I had a falling out the night of the documents I've dropped, and we didn't live together anymore either, so I had no way to access his DMs myself to go back and see everything he was saying and doing to make sure it was right. All I had to go off was what Red told me in August about this year. What was posted in Nano and Bao's documents, and now Bao's tweet after my apology. I don't know if she ever got this message, and she never reached out to talk. I told this friend that I didn't know the model was cancelled because of Red's conversation with Nano, and not that I didn't know about it was cancelled at all. The same friend messaged to say, okay, I read this. Yeah, I read this. This was also like in the Nano part. I'm close to rigging. Okay, this is repeating the same fucking parts in the Nano doc. They're exactly the same messages, writing everything. She copy and pasted everything. It's not a critique or a pet peeve. It's just me explaining to you all because we've already yesterday read this shit. So I am just gonna, if it's nothing new, literally nothing new, we're gonna skip it. Also, like this little deflection, and yes, he did, but he also admits that he used this chance to not stop from Bao happening. You're not at fault, Sinder, but you shouldn't defend Red on this. He openly expressed dolus eventualis, the lesser form of guilt, and it's eventual guilt basically, where if it happens, I will accept it. I'm doing something and I see something that will help me even more, I'm gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna stop it. In this case, it is also a form of manipulation. Remember, withholding an action is an action and can be counted towards something. Remember this. Like if you see somebody trying to, you don't like taking hardcore drugs and you not stopping, you could have stopped them, but you didn't because you wanted him to ruin himself and probably OD, even though you did not want to do that, and he eventually has created an issue, and you could have prevented him from even taking that. Sure, you're not the dealer, but if he ODs and dies and you were there, you're gonna be held accountable for it. You know? And I think a couple of people will fucking try to, like, disagree and not like that, and I just don't care. Like, for instance, in the T-Cord, I was already planning to stop posting in the T-Cord my tweets or something like that, because I felt like I was self-promoting in their own Discord, and I'm not gonna fucking do that anyway. But with how some people interacted there, it just furthered my intent to, I'm just not gonna fucking post anything. If somebody fucking sees the tweet and shares it, they're good. If not, I don't care. So that if somebody from the T-Cord is there and seeing that, it's mostly me just not wanting to appear like I was self-promoting. I already felt like guilty the first time. I'm gonna be honest with you. Video editor exclusivity number 2. Okay, I think this isn't the same thing in Nanodoc. Okay, we can do... Okay, I don't think this was in the Nanodoc, so we're gonna read it. Finally, something different that we didn't see. Finally. It's only been 28 pages. No. Yeah. No. Pardon me. 31 pages. The second time Red asked our video editor about becoming exclusive was after our other video editor has stepped down working with us on August 5th. Instead of finding a replacement, we went to see if they could have had the time to fill the gap in content left behind, plus any extra videos they'll be able to make us. Red offered them a raise, but they turned them down and we moved on. This had nothing to do with Bao. No, it's not 31 out of 1,000, because we already read this, and this. This is like a total of 300 pages. and already 31. Like, we're at the middle of maybe near exactly 300. 300 exactly, or a little bit over 300. Something like that. This is 100 pages. Bao has 100 pages. 95 to 100 pages. Okay. Yeah. Like, I didn't spend fucking 20 hours in total on a span of 3 days reading 31 pages. Come on, I'm not that fucking autistic. I don't hyper focus that much. Okay, side thing. Sinder, I'll be talking about you. Considering our predicament, we'd like to make you an offer. So we lost Blank, Skara, and now we need shorts. And even with Blank helping out, I think that's Skara, but I'm retracting that. Let's just call Blank. That's my assumption. Blank helping out. The problem is with consistency. So, anyways, we'd like to offer you Blank a month to be our exclusive editor. Why you're blinking the amount? Fair enough. It's probably not. I mean, honestly, like at the end of the day, it's probably not needed to know. It probably also to not show that, oh, look, we're flexing. We have this much amount of money. So I can agree that Blank. Now that I thought about it, now I voiced that thought and heard it. I think that's a good thing. Pick up those extra shorts, maybe do some clips. I should fucking try to make shorts. I'm here, the rest, bro. The occasional midweek. Also, this is gonna be like a short stream, and tomorrow I'm not gonna covering this. I'm gonna take a break from this, maybe 2 days, because I have to write a warrant of arrest. Because I told you about the Chomo case today. The fucker bailed. He fucking ran. We have a pet now that's on the loose. He's escaping court. You know? And on one hand, I'm pissed because I have to do paperwork on the second day of my fucking doing real work. But on the other hand, I'm getting to screw over a pet faster. So I'll take that as a win. What the fuck? Why are you being surprised? I'm in criminal court, dude. And also, why are you expecting an actual fucking scumbag you should expect a scumbag to run from his court procedure and trial. It's expected. But still, I'm getting a W and I'm fucking over a ped. Legally! That's the best part. It's legal. I'm getting you screwing him over legally. And it's allowed. And it's morally correct. I'm winning the lottery, everyone. I'm doing something that a lot of fucking V-tweeters and Twitter fucking stands and whatever the terminally online Twitter users are dreaming to do. And don't have the balls to do it, or the knowledge to do it, but I do, everyone. Alright, that was my one of my limited times to take a jab at specific people. And I'm also morally right in this. If any V-tweeter sees this or something like that and throws a hissy fit, eat my ass. Go to law uni, finish it, employ yourself in court, then you get to fucking say something, bitches. I'm at least contributing to society. I'm not virtue signaling online. Oh yeah, also since I'm seeing some people, there's the pin tweet, I'm raising funds for my trans friend, Banshee Zeno, for her cancer treatment. For those who don't know and want me to show her more, she is the one who wrote the code for the Twitch's shield mode. By the way, Twitch downgraded that code, by the way. And she single-handedly, by herself, deleted half of the hate raid bots in total of Twitch by herself. And she's disabled. Alright? So if you can, please support her and give, if you can, give some spare cash that won't put you in a financial situation. And it's not obligated. It will mean a lot to me, but that's about it. However, if you somewhat liked me, can you at least do me a favor and share the co-filing to people who are willing to do that, willing to donate at least $1 or something like that? Because again, fuck cancer. Damn. Yeah, Banshee's a boss. She's also a vet. She literally has the rank of a captain. She has a captain rank. She is an EMT, and she trained a lot of firefighters, soldiers, and stuff like that. She's also quite badass. You really don't want her to be on her bad side. She's also, to more Shill, my friend, she's one of the rare people in the UK who is legally allowed to carry. Yeah, she has a pink Glock. Yeah. We already raised the first round of treatments earlier this year. I'm quite proud I contributed to that. I'm not gonna take all the credit because most of the funds were done by Eldritch Grandpa. Who really did get a lot of the VTuber community to donate. But I'm still gonna do it again for the second round as well, even though if I am quite small and have barely any influence, any support is good for her. I am sadly, like, I don't get paid. I'm like, here in Serbia, if I'm going to the prosecution court or attorney's office, it's the quickest way for me to get to the bar exam is well to volunteer, basically, not get any money. I went to a concourse to apply to get some money, and I'm probably gonna use that as a cut of that pay to just give it to Banch periodically when I'm getting paid, if I get even picked by the government. And they have a lot of fucking other issues, like being fucking corrupt. But still. Yeah, Banshee already told my worries are for nothing, and she actually said I contributed more than a lot of people. But I hate to be not useful. Like, the reason why I'm in law and why I started to try to get into medicine first and was in Med Unicy to actually be used to society. You know, the All Might, when he was laughing like a maniac, the joy to be of use to others. That's me. Like, when I finished my law degree, I was laughing like that, had the same idea. Like, the same mentality almost. I know it's fucking unhealthy as well, but I am that kind of... like, I hate not being of use. It's one of my fears of not being able to do something to anyone or society or something like that. That's why I went to court. Like, I could have went to an attorney's fee, kissed a lawyer's ass, and maybe get a pay. But then again, I'm like... Sure, lawyers are very contribute to society in general as well and stuff like that. But I think this is much better. Oh shit, I have my dinner. So this is perfect time to get onto a break then. So we will be continuing reading this, but I'm gonna have to eat my toasties. Alright? So let's all have a break. We didn't even have a break in 2 hours, so this is a perfect excuse for me to actually have a break. Alright, I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. Go out, stretch, probably drink some water, eat. have a snack or something like that, and I'll see you all in like 5-10 minutes. All right, see ya. Hi back. I'm Uncle. Also, Oscar, still that doesn't excuse how you did it. I'm very much tempting you from banning you because of your offline off this stream actions. So yep, I'm back. I hope everybody fucking took care of themselves. So yeah, all right. What was it? Oh yeah, I have to read this. So here's the time we won't be mad, and you can think about it for a while, no worries. I was about to go back to sleep after you sent this so I can respond in the morning. The actions about not respond so on my PC now. I appreciate the offer. Okay, I appreciate the offer. I have to switch to my OBS so I can see it live with the models dying around. Appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna decline. I definitely agree that we need more shots for consistency, so while I'm looking for shorts editor, I can do 2 shorts a week on top of 3, and that 3 that blank will be doing. I think the main issue is getting at least 5 clips that work for short format every week. So something I've been thinking about is changing the post rules and the Sinder clips channel in Discord to include what stream the clip is from and the context of the clip. Really push for Twitch clips to be named. There's so many people that clip Sinder thanking them for the resub and it's not named. Last solo collab with Bao. 27th August 24. This was the day of my last one-on-one collab with Bao. She asked me to make clay animals together on August 3rd, 24. And it took us 3 weeks to get materials delivered and finally schedule it. We ended up making Vtuber mascots, and I was happy Bao wanted to do something artsy together, since I already did my own crafting streams and I wasn't able to do hand cam crafting collabs with other Vtubers very often. Hello, can you do hand cam stream when we make clay animals together? No, I'm so bad at sculpting Lamau, but that sounds like it's really fun. Natural disaster. Fuck me, that's a title. Bao released the original. Oh, okay. Well, about to. I thought it was gonna be something petty, but no, it's that. Thank you for making me have bad expectations, Sinder, by the way, in red. Fucking hell. Bao released originals. Okay, the event is here because of what I watched Bao say on her stream, either on the day of the song was released or sometime in the couple of weeks before then. She was talking about how difficult, frustrating, and time-consuming it is to work with inexperienced singers on music projects, and that she would rather work with these singers from now on who know what they're doing and can match her high skill level. And these were her closest friends she was talking about live on stream. I couldn't find an archived VOD of this stream anywhere to prove that this happened either. What I remember is how it made me think Bao viewed her friends and how I feel about it. At this time, Bao, Numi, and I were working on the She-Wolf cover. She told me this it made me anxious about the song, and I felt like I had a lot of pressure on me to do well. I barely had any singing experience and wasn't anywhere near Bao's level, but she asked me to be a part of this and want to do the best I can. TwitchCon 24, 23rd of September. There are 3 things that happened at TwitchCon last year that further formed the opinion I had of Bao. The first night there, Sinder and her friends and I went out to dinner somewhere nice. Bao was supposed to be there with us but never showed up. It was the first chance the close friends had to see each other in months, in person, away from work, and she blew them off. Everyone present was talking about her not being there. One of our friends was telling us that we were working on a song with Bao, and Bao asked about them having a music video to go with it. The song this friend was making with Sinder at that time was planned to have a music video, but they weren't planning on having one for the song with Bao. They said that Bao got upset with them, guilt-tripping them over their decision about their own content. This reinforces what I told Nano about Bao. Last night, before everyone went home, the friends were planning to go on dinner. I ended up getting sick and stayed behind. In the group chat, while they were figuring out what to eat, Bao said that she wanted to go somewhere fancy or she wasn't going. Yeah, that makes sense. That perfectly fits Bao, honestly. This was the last night everyone was together. There were still caveats. She had to just spend time with her friends. Neither Sinder and I had access to this group chat anymore. So what you're saying is I had to take it with a pinch of salt. What you're saying, all right? At the party at TwitchCon was where we met Scaramore, Bao's video editor. He came to me and said he'd love to work together and make a music video for me, which is why Red would ask him to make one for Boss Rush. Scaramore and Boss Rush music video #1. Since this is the first time Scaramore had been mentioned, here's the document for reference. Red reached out to Sack after TwitchCon about the music video project, which was one of the for Boss Rush's songs. They discussed it over the next week, but Sack couldn't fit it in his schedule at the time. You would happen to be available for music videos in a week or two, would you? I'm completely full every day this month, and the earliest I could do November 9th. Just checking, thank you. I'm harvesting down for one after that date. Sorry to bother you, but do you all know the exact release date? Since I could try working something out to fit with me all by the 22nd. Okay, if it's alright, I'll let everyone know in 2-3 days. This month is dummy busy with trying to get Bao's album originals. Sure. Thanks. We'll let you ask up if once I checked with Bobber. Hey Rep, thanks for waiting. So, I've been trying to figure out if there was a feasible way I could slide Sinder into my schedule this month, but between moving in my new apartment this week and the Halloween album seven music videos. I think November 9th is the very earliest I can start. I'm very sorry, but if there's any projects that they after y'all that I can do, I can lock in my calendar 100%. Again, very sorry for making this up. Does usually take to edit a music video. This one took 3 days, but depends on the complexity and length. So optimal would be around week 2, week -2, or week 2, I guess, for Rush. How do you feel about giving me giving you everything for the music video, work on it in between your other projects, have it for me by the end of October? I would love to be able to squeeze it all if I absolutely could, but I generally don't have any days free until the 9th at the earliest. This month and the start of November is literally just an ass beating for my schedule. I thank the Zach. By the way, you'll be right back soon. Oh shit! Fucking hell. You're right. Thank you. Why nobody told me this? I hope it didn't actually like clock out my voice. Japan trip. There are two things that happened during our trip to Japan with our friends last year. Oh yeah, it is. I thought that was intentional. That type of stuff is never with me intentional. I'm rereading it. We'll be able to mute. Okay, basically, I'm just gonna speed run this. Okay, so basically, they agreed for arts and crafts. Last collab stream, solo collab stream, they done. Next, basically, Bao released a song, "Natural Disaster." All right. And in there, she complained about how it's hard to work with people who have no music background. Just cleaning my house. Actually, had to take a day off to catch up. Fair enough. And Bao thought that she was implying her, and they don't have any proof about that because they don't have access to that chat. Pardon me, they don't have access to the VOD. The rest, now the three things with Red is they were at a dinner. Bao ditched them, allegedly by Red's statements. Remember, he isn't showing any proof of this, so I have to take a pinch of salt with that. Bao basically how do I say this? One person talked about they were making a song with Bao, and Bao wanted them to have a music video go with it, without Sinder. No, pardon me. Telling the Bao they were working on a song with Bao. Bao asked about a music video. Friends said that they were making a music video with Sinder at that time. They didn't have a plan having one for Bao. Bao got upset and guilt tripped them. The third one is that they want basically last night before everyone got home after TwitchCon, they wanted to have all of them dinner. Bao basically wanted to be a prima donna and wanted to go fancy, or she wouldn't fucking come at all. Which kind of, like I said, this fits Bao because Bao is a pillow princess, and when I say pillow princess, princess is also literal. And they don't have the group chat anymore. This one is about Scaramore. They wanted to hire Scaramore because they met Scaramore on TwitchCon. And he couldn't fit them in the schedule. Then Red was asking how much it takes to make a music video, and then he wanted to at least try to make him squeeze them in. He said they couldn't, and that's it. All right. Did I tell the Red well? I did. Anyhow, let's check on the. Yeah. So, Japan trip. October 5th till 18th. 13 days in Japan. Wow, you all loaded. Think so? Yeah, thank you. There's two things that happened during our Japan trip with our friends last year. Bal got mad at another of our friends for something that happened at the restaurant with a rude owner. She got pissed, yelled at, and belittled our friend when they did nothing wrong. They confided in Sinder and I afterwards, and they were very upset over it. But it was fine because said that's just how Bao is. I'm gonna be honest. I want this friend to come out to confirm this because I have to trust the word of a guy who tried to screw over people. This one in particular as well, Bao, alright? And also lied about an obvious thing, remember? Like, why have to trust your two's words? I need a third person that was here involved to confirm this, alright? I'm sorry, but I have to take it with a grain of salt. Not because of my basically distrust of Red, that bias, but because he's not showing me shit. And we already have a pattern of him manipulating, skewing, being petty, and they, of course, they lied before. So what's stopping them from doing again? Does my opinion to all, specifically who even read, and more so to everyone here, but more specifically to have read this, can you at least agree that my opinion regarding this is at least valid to think? Sure. Nah, you're right. He's a proven liar and should not be taken. Yeah. So, like, why should I trust you, Red? And Sinder is saying, yeah, this was off. Okay, yeah, sure, but I want that third person. Sinder, you lied about something obvious as well. And I'm seeing that there's a probable cause, that it's in your motive. There'd probably be a motive to lie about this as well. What's to say? I'm just gonna put this in bullet points. I'm gonna put this in the bullet points. Red and Sinder are talked about several instances where Bao was being one prima donna, spoiled brat, even saying there is a third person to where she lashed out on them because wait, what? Because the owner was rude, for an example. The issue here is they are relying on a lot of trust me, bro. No kind of proof was shown, and Red is at this point shown as a liar. That borderline manipulates stuff, and Sinder admitted to lying an obvious thing. I cannot fully trust these statements without some proof, like the verification of mentioned friend that Bao lashed at. This is gonna be like a 2 or 3 part tweet, sadly. This is gonna be just one fucking part, but yeah. Like I said, he's not a good manager. Literal career poison. I don't understand why Sinder brought him back in his position. I don't as well at this point. Everyone got together for our Canadian Thanksgiving dinner since it was a few days earlier, and it was the last night of all of our friends would be together, just like TwitchCon. Then again, Bao never showed up. She said she was on her way. Then sometime later, she said, "Never mind, she's not coming." We were all aware that this was the last time we'd see each other until 2025. After TwitchCon Japan, I was pretty convinced on how I thought Bao viewed and valued her friends outside of making content together. I experienced these things in Japan and TwitchCon too. I was put off by them in the moment, but I didn't think about them beyond what happened. Yeah, like it's effectively an endorsement. Well, no, actually, no, it's not an endorsement. It's you're willing to look past his obvious fucking faults, not make him take full responsibility for his actions of his behavior, because the full responsibility is nowhere near that. He is nowhere near influencing any sort of her career, bar maybe giving some advice, but that's it. He has to be just a supporting boyfriend, all right? That's where because he needs that as a justified sanction. And after he proves himself intensively beforehand and shows that to everyone that he is changed, then maybe some limited managerial authority. Some, not all, like he had before. She's willing to look past it because he will give her money. So that is completely fucking how do I say this? Stupid. I'm gonna say stupid. The word I want to say is actually a little bit more harsh. Actually, I'm gonna say it. Fucking moronic. It's moronic. It's completely irresponsible. And it's moronic. Like I said, he would have if he had a license, he would have lost it permanently. The fact he probably has some in the back behind the scenes influence. Yeah, you have more belief that they can change than I do. I have to give some chance so that at least Sinder, at least Sinder doesn't be that anymore. And people like this. No, here's the thing. I also seem like that. Like, deep down, I'm thinking like you. But I have to. Not for Red's sake, because I generally can't give a shit about him. Like, in my mind, I cut him out of everything. If I was a friend of the, I would cut him out so fast I wouldn't even blink. But it's for Sinder mostly, because I still kind of want her to fucking fix her shit. That's why I'm giving a belief. I don't believe Red will change. That's my deep down opinion, thought, and feelings. But what if? Like, it's like when we see criminals here a lot of the time in my work, and we have to give them a benefit of the doubt, even though deep down we see that they won't fucking change. They'll mask it and repeat the fucking thing after a couple of months thinking they got away. But we have to do that because it's at least for my mental sake as well. At least I have done something good. And also, I necessarily, and me and you, have zero risk of giving them that. Because we won't get stabbed in the back. You know, we won't be hurt by this. We won't be affected by this. It is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, we're strangers towards them. In a normal circumstances, nobody would give a shit. Like, okay, why are you... But because of streaming, entertainment, we're kind of emotionally attached to some people. Well, some people are, I'm not. With these people, I'm not. But at the end of the day, it's at least a... how do I say this? It's at least a depiction of our traits and personality. Yeah, like, it's well aware from all of us. And at the end of the day as well, I have to add this. I'm not being naive. The amount of belief that they can change is small. Red specifically. For Sinder, it's a more than red, but you all don't understand how little it is as well. You know, I will, like, personally, I won't be watching Sinder. I was barely watching her even then, but I'm not gonna watch. Like, to me, she still is giving a little bad taste in my mouth. I still can't fully, like, think that she is willing to change given how she's behaving so far. My glaring problems with her. Maybe after some time I will fucking come back to the stream to see whether or not she has changed after a while with a new pair of eyes, as they say. But as of this moment, yeah, no. After getting back from Japan, Red messaged Zach again about the Boss Rush music video. Since the planned... Also, we're gonna soon finish, because it's soon 9 PM here. And it's work week. So, and I wake up, like, I have to go to court at 8:30 AM, like 7:30 AM, so yeah. And tomorrow is not gonna be a stream. Maybe overmorrow is not gonna be a stream. Today is a Monday, so at the very earliest, maybe on Wednesday of continuation of the stream. At the very latest, maybe Friday or Thursday. It really depends how swamped I am, because I kind of want to do my other content, at least with that, because I'm solely dedicating to this. So I'm gonna debate in my head when I should return to this little doc. These are all of their DMs in the course of the music video production. When was it you were free again? Well, I'm a viewer who just wants to be entertained. I'm not her friend or anything. If she provides interest, maybe I'll continue watching her. Fair enough. Like, I'm just explaining my personal boundary. And here's the thing, boundaries, a lot of people don't understand what boundaries are. They're rules for yourself. Boundaries are enforced on yourself. Not on others, on yourself. I've seen that being thrown a lot, and I have to I'm pissed at that point where I have to fucking say. So my personal boundary is that I can't necessarily be entertained by a person who is acted like this. I will constantly be reminded. November 9th was my last music video for Bao until like first week of December, I think. When is Sinder coming out now? When is ready? Then I'll started it a day or two after wrap up Wow's music videos. In that case, fair. They have the same. Have the same with the Niji girls. Yeah, I completely no. I can't watch Niji Sanji at all because of Selengate. Here's the thing though, Selengate is much worse than this because Selengate has it's basically like Doki attempted on their life. Like that's it was caused by bullying within the corp by some talents. That's a boundary where I'm never gonna fucking watch Niji Sanji again. And it sucks because Illyra is allegedly one of those bullies, and I watched Illyra since the debut of her past life. You know? So when she was in indie when she debuted, first time ever as a VTuber ever, I watched her since then. So you can imagine me just how angry I was because I was bullied and I'm a survivor. I attempted before. I have a depressive disorder. So that is much more than a boundary for me. That's something that I just cannot excuse. Lyra has not shown at all any remorse. I probably she won't ever talk about it because the Niji gag, but I don't know. I'm not gonna even think about it because it's a boundary that still they crossed, and I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I'm completely desensitized to Lyra. I don't think of it anymore. Sucks. Wonderful memories and all, but goddamn, she was shown to not be the person I thought. And I rated her when she was in her past life before. I rated her a couple of times. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if she... I mean, she was named as one of the bullies. So, and it influenced her. I don't know her response in the infamous black screen stream. How much of that was Niji holding her at gunpoint or her own thoughts. Because the only one who talked without any sort of fucking hesitation out of the three was Vox Akuma. Like, that fucker is a dirty motherfucker, in my opinion. I know what he did in his past life before as well. I know his history with women. But with Vox, like, he's so fucking smug. Like, it's clearly obvious he was not being pressured. Or there wasn't even a risk, a possibility of him being pressured, unlike Ike and Illyra, who were somewhat distraught. Yeah, same. Like, Vox is a dirty motherfucker. I don't care if you fucking Vox Sims come over me. I will laugh at your fucking faces. The guy is fucking making you sim for him to milk you out of money. While he's trying to fucking get in women's pants. I'm fucking sorry, he's never gonna change this fucker. God damn. At least the sicklings, the other Niji Sanji, Hex Haywires, also fucking unhinged Sims were at least more normal than fucking Voxes and Vox himself. Like, Hex at least kind of redeemed himself after he returned to being an indie. You know? In my eyes, so good on him, character growth, but Vox apparently is the same fucking bastard. What I'm hearing. So far, he's getting away with it. Because his fanbase is so parasocial, it's a cult. It's genuinely a cult. Can I hear it? No worries. Just so I can get an idea. Yeah, is it English and Japanese? English. Typography is one of my stronger points, so I feel like I'm 100% comfortable with it. Falcon, this is okay. Holy 9 minutes. This isn't the song, just a reference. Oh, lots of the animated text with different fonts. But yeah, that's fine. It's just one still image she's using for artwork. No, I can send you more details in a week or two. Yeah, that should be good. Just hit me up when you got more info, but I'm super down. Hey Red, Bao song got pushed back, so I can start Cinders as soon as I get assets and things, if y'all are down. Are you available? Sorry for, wait, how much? Oh, on the day, sorry for getting back. I'll go, I'm still 100% down to do it. I will be able to start like first or second week of December for like mid-December release, if that's okay. Hoping end of November release. Oh yeah, that'd be impossible for me. Giga full at the moment. 7 other visits this month, but like I said, I'm still super down to do it. I really hope I'll be able to do work with Sinder on the video, but my schedule is always super packed, fully planned videos, man, said blah blah blah. Well, what if I say we pay double? Can I hear some demo just so I'm getting into fine, all leakers, but it's top secret. I offered to pay double for Zach's work because I knew it would be a tight deadline. I was desperate for his help. Zach was one of two music video editors we knew, and that the other wouldn't be able to pull on this video in this time frame. Zach's music videos always came out great, and his project needed to be the best that it could. Lips are sealed, blank. Okay, it's this. Okay, it's that one, Tricky and Vienna. I was so mixing shit up. No, plenty of videos. Blank and I'll cook. Song's a banger. Sounds like Blank doing the audio, right? When can you have it to us by? I can send all the assets, music video direction, lyric changes tonight. Besides the final mix, we still, it's what doing Fire Song. I mean, that song, it was not a bad song. I'm gonna be honest with you. In my opinion, it's not good. It's not bad. It's all right. In my opinion, you can disagree or agree. I'll start in 16, 17 at the latest. I have Bao collab video and IRL content that I can't move around. I want done by then. Don't know exact date when it'll be done, since I'ma just have to giga grind on it. I'd say the absolute deadline is like the 27th after any edits, changes, Cinder's asked for. Yeah, it'll be done by then. I have it done by the 25th at latest. Well, maybe 20th. Blank can get it uploaded at night, but the 24th is my goal. 25th, 24th is perfect. Since I have Bao's original song due by the 30th, you can send the invoice to Blank whenever. We'll get it paid ASAP. Alright, and is it fine for if I do it after the video is done? Helps me stay motivated. Sure, no problem. Google Drive. Here's the Google Drive. All animated hours over 19 gigs, so it's probably a better way to do it. I'll go. Can I get credits list while I'm thinking about? In general, we want to do something similar. Sinder, Tricky, Vienna vocals. I'll ask Blank how they want to be credited, but they're gonna do and you music video, blah 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 blah. All right, sounds good. Hey Red, just checking to see if you have a draft list of Tricky Vienna vocals updated with a lyrics sheet, so I can start as soon as possible. We'll get everything to you today. As I have a draft of. Okay, they're just talking about this stupid fucking thing. Okay, let's finish this a little bit, then I'm gonna call it quits for now. Sorry for it not being long as the last two, but I work in court as a lawyer, as a specifically judicial assistant or judicial advisor for the judge. I'm under the judge. Basically, I do all of the hard work. I hate it here. But that's how I will learn the best for my bar exam. So fuck it, we ball. No worries, appreciate. Okay, thanks for letting me know. More animated variants I'm waiting on. There are still latest mix to have, and for this specifically is the group art background itself and the three girls separated from it. Here are the lyrics, blah blah blah. So we want it to start like a group shot of them. Okay, he's just explaining how the fucking video works. Okay, I don't have to read this. And group is Boss Rush. Your animations are updated, blah 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 blah, and he's now explaining how the video editing is. Per space cosmic, blah blah blah. We'll unflip. Let me know what Sinder says. He's giving it thoughts. Sinder is like agreeing. We trust the vision. Blah blah. Okay, I don't need to fucking watch this. This isn't needed. He's just explaining. I sent the merch assets as soon as it was given to me. Okay, we don't need to read all of this. Like seriously, I can already guess what they're talking about. It's just a fucking video. He's in detail explaining everything. He was available to do everything. He did the video, and that's the key points. Okay, thanks, happy Thanksgiving, thanks for grinding, and showing that they were acting normal towards him, not actually like rushing him, not belittling him, not using him as a slave, always being able to be in the middle ground and stuff like that. This is one of the rarest fucking things where Red is being a professional. Wow. Rendering Sinder's verse. Does that say 40 hours? Yes. Yeah, music videos are very PC heavy. Low key, I think I'm gonna get a new one though. I should fucking get a new one though, but I have no money. I just saved up for a graphics card, and then I saw my fucking power station unit is an 8-point, and the graphics card I want to buy is a 12-point cable. I needed to buy a new PSU. Whether that PSU fits my compatible with my motherboard, I don't know. That means if and can't risk it, then I had to buy a new motherboard. And at that point, I buy a new PC. Sorry, I'm just fucking venting about that. I'm still mad. I'm still mad about it. Yeah, saved up for months. So half of it went to Warhammer miniatures and half of it went to my Italy trip, which was also spent on Warhammer miniature, on a box of Warhammer miniatures. Most of them were on suits for my legal practice, for my work as well. Pretty good Italian suits. I'm very proud of them. I look nice. My mom's cleaning, so you heard that fucking knock. Well, yeah, I'll hit it on friend unblock me. We'll see what happens. You're doing the same? Okay, I retract when I said he's being professional a little bit. He's doing the same shit like with Nano. Fuck, Red. Why do you break my fucking hopes? Oh god, yeah, I remember this fucking art. God bless the tits. Reference from... Is the laugh for God bless the tits or me losing, having my hopes shattered by Red for having his quasi-redemption moment? I'm still gonna stand on the fucking God bless the tits. You have creative control. Yeah. They're basically like, oh, he's now. They're also talking about a little bit how the procedures going on with the editing of the music video. What? I will give a pet peeve now. Scaramore should have his own fucking little part of the doc. This doesn't feel. The only reason why he's here is he's Bowser, and that's it. I still don't know why they put him in here with this amount of detail, but probably because of his own little doc. But yeah, for transparency, there were 14 timestamps in total, but we were cut off between these two screenshots. They were timestamping. You want to do a trailer? It's okay if you fall asleep. We'll ball. with what we got. Thank you. I could change a few things probably. Also, Vtuber project curse. So like we still have like 3 hours, 2.5. I probably can't change much in Vienna's, to be honest, but I'll do what I can with all the notes. I didn't want to say this to freak you out last night, but I sent Sinder's render time for 40 hours. Still have to do it in its entire verse. Okay, he's now acting like he does with Nano. Fucking hell, Red. No worries. If you're not so happy, I'm good. I'll get the chorus, black and white, change, Tricky's eye color, oopsie, fixed for sure. Now it's pretty smooth, to be honest, everything considered. Next time we're all together at a con something, you should ask Bao about blank. We're both blank. Oh, trust me, I've heard. Lama, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. Blank. Google Drive. Thank you, Zach. Crunch time is real. You can send invoice whenever. Okie dokie. Hope that everyone loves it. It just the moon goes to the moon with views. Tell all the girls I'm really honored to work with their project, and they did an amazing job. There we go. They pay. He confirms he paid him, and blah 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 blah. A lot of people are gonna criticize me for skimming it, but the whole point of this, they're talking about the fucking I love the fact that because of my law practice and law uni, I can confidently, not fully, but confidently determine what is important, what is not in a shit ton of fucking text, and get the whole fucking point of it. This is all about, like, the most important part is about the dates. There was crunch, yes, but he was still like accommodating to him. Like, I don't know what to put in the bullet points. I'm just gonna say Red had a quasi-professional moment where he actually acted as a manager proper at start and then ruined it by acting like he acts to Nano with Sack. Okay, let's add another bullet point. However, he does show he was looking after Sack, not abusing him, not pressuring him, accommodating him, etc. There was a crunch time, but Sack agreed to it and he was fully paid. He was paid double to slot them in a busy schedule. There we go. Bao's comment on the Boss Rush song. My new music group, Boss Rush, premiered our first song at the end of November. Red and I were going through the comments. We both saw Bao. He didn't want me to like hers, so I gave in and just satisfy him. And it was just a comment. Well, you're a petty bitch. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. About probably took that way too far, even though it's just a comment. You know that it's her. You should have just fucking liked it. Just how you said at the end of the day, it's just a comment. It's at the end of the day, it's just a like. Am I right? After the past few months, I had a pretty solid opinion about how I felt about. I mean, the fact that he can persuade Sinder so easily, like, it's scary. I thought Bao viewed her friend, so I told Sinder she wouldn't like it. I was persistent about it, so she listened to me. It was very petty of me towards a friend support. Sometimes in between group chat with Bao. Sometime between these dates, Bao started a group chat. Both Red and I, we both were removed from this group, so we don't have access to what he said. Again, trust me, bro. Again, okay, come on. As far as I remember, she wanted to do something together. Red was adamant about me not wanting to plan anything with her at that time, so we didn't. Bao has never messaged us like this before. This was right after Boss Rush popped off with 2 friends involved. I wasn't opposed to do things with her completely, but the timing was suspicious to me. The past few experiences with her. I saw this... her trying to gain something, so I brushed it off. What stood out to me was she addressed Sinder specifically as the lead singer of Boss Rush. Okay, so it's her group. Of course. She was actually the lead singer in that fucking song. I Spike. What is that hard? Like Jesus Christ or something? Like, this is just fucking petty high school bullshit again. Like, Red, grow the fuck up. Why are you having so many fucking woman moments? My guy. 10th, okay, December 10th, 2024, Scaramore exclusivity. Actually, I'm gonna end it here, like it's 9 p.m. I have to fucking rest. I have to prepare for tomorrow, so I'm gonna, and I want to like play a game. I want to play my game. And look at my script for my Warhammer lore video. And plan for another game review for my main channel. I'm so screwed. Alright, thank you all for being here. Let's move on to the judge. So, first off, let me just go on my little fucking thread. Well, I got a reply about my death threat comments. Better a death threat than a dick pic. Honestly, brother's kinda spitting here. He's being right. I wouldn't like a dick pic. Anyhow, let us see where I left off in my bullet points. Like so far, like got past the middle of the bow segment solely because oh, my model fucking crack. There we go. Now you're crapping yourself. Great. Solely because a lot of it was already in the Nanos segment, and I already covered it extensively, like nearly 10 hours again, like 8 or 9. Like, I don't want to redo the same shit. If it's same evidence being shown here, I'm just gonna TLDR it. Honestly. Like, we're reading fucking 1,000 pages here. I hope nobody fucking takes offense to this. So, yeah, let's see where I left off in my thread. No, this is my okay. This can also be applied to Sinder. Okay, so I know where I am. Yeah, the dolus eventualis. Alright, fair enough. So let's see. How big is... I mean, this is probably gonna be huge. Yeah. So copy this. Delete this. Let us now go a little bit... Then we're gonna post this. Excellent. Ah, shit. Never mind. Hold up. Delete it. I don't like how it was being formatted. There we go. Excellent. Much better. Much presentable. I'm a sucker for presentation. My disappointment is immense, and my day is ruined. I have to crack a joke somewhere. Listen, I'm in criminal court. I'm seeing a lot of fucking bitching. I'm seeing a lot of fucking accommodating. I'm seeing a lot of pettiness. Okay, I have to see how the accommodating is spelled in English. Ah, with 2 M's. Alright, alright, alright. I knew there was something missing. Oh, fucking hell. Accommodating. Oh, with 2 C's and 2 M's. Alright, fair enough. Thank you, Google. Alright. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you all. Well, definitely not tomorrow. Tomorrow you're probably gonna see the scheduled stream. And I'll see you all then. I hope you all be staying safe.